Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
We have completed C3 and C4 pathway, Calvin cycle and Hatch and Slack pathway we have completed. Now the next phenomenon or the next step or the next topic what we are going to learn is photo respiration. So first I will complete photo respiration. After that, I'll check whether you have understood Calvin cycle and Hatch and Slack pathway, because I want to know if any doubts are there. So if doubts are there, I'll clarify that and proceed. And only one more small topic is remaining to complete this chapter, the different factors affecting photosynthesis. So before that, you should be thorough with all these different steps, C4 pathway, C3 pathway. Why? Because the next chapter what you're going to learn is respiration. So in respiration also you are going to learn so many flow charts, glycolysis, so many pathways, Krebs cycle. So if you are thorough with what you have learned in this chapter only, you will be able to learn what is there in the next chapter. Otherwise everything will get mixed up and you will get confused. So first let us make this chapter thorough and then we'll proceed to the next topic, and hope you have understood, because I didn't get much, I think not much, not even a single person asked me any doubts regarding last day's topic. So let me begin with the photo respiration. Photorespiration. This process is taking place in presence of light. So we call it as photorespiration. In Calvin pathway, RUBP, ribulose bisphosphate, combines with carbon dioxide. What do you call the process? What do you call the process of RUBP combining with carbon dioxide?
Carboxylation.
Carboxylation. So in carboxylation, RUBP will combine with carbon dioxide. RUBP plus CO2, and the product formed is 3-PGA. Hope you are remembering, 2 molecules of PGA are formed. Rubisco is the most abundant enzyme. I already mentioned you. I had mentioned that Rubisco is the most abundant enzyme in the world. It has got active sites. You know, enzymes are having active sites to bind with the substrate and to form products. So it is having active site for binding both with carbon dioxide and oxygen. But it depends upon the relative concentration of carbon dioxide and oxygen. When both are found in the same ratio, they have a greater affinity for carbon dioxide. Other than that, with which molecule it will bind depends upon the relative concentration of carbon dioxide and oxygen. When oxygen is more, they will act as an oxygenase enzyme. And if carbon dioxide is more, then they will act as a carboxylase enzyme. Rubisco has got a greater affinity for carbon dioxide than for oxygen. So this binding is competitive, because whoever or whichever molecule is in more amount, they'll go and bind, because it's having and more affinity for carbon dioxide. Relative concentration of oxygen and carbon dioxide determines which one will bind to the enzyme. So here you can see Calvin cycle and photorespiration. On one side, the Calvin cycle is given, where RUBP is combining with carbon dioxide, then PGA molecules being formed, and then this PGA molecules will later get converted to triose phosphate. Then one carbon molecule contributed in the formation of sugar, remaining will result in the or get contributed for the regeneration of RUBP, etc. But when RUBP is combining with, or when photorespiration takes place, the products formed will be different. So let's see more about photorespiration. C3 plants. Some oxygen might bind with rubisco, and when that happens, I told it is having affinity for, means it can bind both with oxygen and carbon dioxide, as they have active sites for both molecules. And in C3 plants, oxygen can bind with rubisco. So when oxygen is binding, so when the active sites combine with oxygen, what happens is carbon dioxide molecule cannot combine with, or they cannot bind to the active site of rubisco. So without that, fixation of carbon dioxide or using carbon dioxide, sugars or carbohydrate cannot be formed. And what makes the oxygen bind to rubisco in C3 plants? And this happens usually when the light intensities are more, when the sun is shining brightly, or when the temperature is more. Okay, during that time, light intensities are more. So photosynthetic rate will be more. When the temperature is high, or when there is enough sunlight at high light intensities, the photosynthesis also can increase. So as a result, oxygen will be produced and carbon dioxide will be used up. But during high temperatures, in order to conserve the water content of the plants, stomata can get closed. When stomata gets closed, what happens is, when the stomata is closed, sorry, when the stomata are closed, stoma is singular, stomata plural. When they get closed, what happens is that the oxygen will accumulate inside. Oxygen will accumulate inside, and carbon dioxide will be less, because when photosynthesis is taking place, carbon dioxide will be utilized and oxygen is formed. But this oxygen cannot escape out when the stomata gets closed. When stomata they close, what happens is oxygen cannot escape out. So the concentration of oxygen within the cells will increase. So I told you rubisco, we can bind with oxygen or carbon dioxide depending upon its concentration. So when oxygen concentration increases, this oxygen will bind with rubisco. When it is binding with rubisco, what happens? See here, you can see photorespiration and Calvin cycle taking place. So in the first case, RUBP combining with carbon dioxide in presence of rubisco. Carbon dioxide and rubisco combining, sorry, carbon dioxide and RUBP getting combined, or carboxylation taking place in presence of rubisco enzyme, and we get two molecules of PGA. So they have represented as GP, and that from there, triose phosphate will be formed. One molecule will be contributed for the formation of sugar, and carbon dioxide fixation takes place. The sugar formation takes place. But on the other hand, when photorespiration takes place, when oxygen is combining with RUBP, no sugar formation takes place. Instead of PGA, two other molecules are being formed. One molecule of phosphoglycerate and one molecule of phosphoglycolate will be formed. So instead of the PGA being formed, so here one molecule of phosphoglycerate. So just like the other one molecule of phosphoglycerate will be formed, but the other molecule will be phosphoglycolate, and this pathway is known as photorespiration. And here there is no sugar synthesis, no ATP and NADPH being, or none of them are getting synthesized. ATP get utilized, but no synthesis of ATP. No sugar, no ATP, no NADPH being synthesized. It's a wasteful process, and it causes the release of carbon dioxide. As a result of photorespiration, oxygen is used up and carbon dioxide is released. ATP is also being utilized. Energy is also spent for the same. So once again, if oxygen, if rubisco, this most abundant enzyme I told, it's having active sites for both oxygen and carbon dioxide. In C3 plants, especially during high light intensities, the concentration of oxygen inside can increase because of photosynthesis. But when the temperature is high, in order to prevent the rate of transpiration, stomata will remain closed. So oxygen will accumulate inside. So when oxygen concentration is more than that of the carbon dioxide concentration, Rubisco will combine with oxygen. Okay, and as a result, carbon dioxide cannot get attached, or Rubisco cannot catalyze carboxylation. Instead, it will act as an oxygenase enzyme. So carbon dioxide fixation will not take place. When photorespiration in presence of light, oxygen is combining with Rubisco, here no carbon dioxide fixation or carboxylation takes place. If carbon dioxide is not fixed, sugars cannot be formed. RUBP combines with oxygen, not with carbon dioxide. In Calvin cycle, RUBP is combining with carbon dioxide, and you call the process as carboxylation. But here, RUBP is combining with oxygen. It's combining with oxygen. Why it is combining with oxygen? Because the concentration of oxygen, I told you earlier, which one is combining with this enzyme depends upon their relative concentration. The more carbon dioxide molecules are there, carbon dioxide will combine. If more oxygen molecules are there, oxygen will combine. But here, in the case of C3 plants, I told at high light intensities, because of the increased rate of photosynthesis, more amount of oxygen will be formed. So as a result, the relative concentration of oxygen will be more. So oxygen will bind. Okay. So if oxygen is attached to the binding site, so if Rubisco is at a time, it can act either as an oxygenase enzyme or as a carboxylase enzyme. So when oxygen is binding with its active site, it will act as an oxygenase enzyme. So its carboxylase action will not take place. So without carboxylation of RUBP, carbon dioxide cannot be fixed. Means carbon dioxide cannot be converted into sugar. So the purpose won't be served. The purpose of photosynthesis will not happen in photorespiration. No synthesis of sugars, no ATP or NADPH are synthesized. Instead, it will release carbon dioxide spending ATP molecules. Okay, clear? And what are the products of photorespiration? In Calvin cycle, you are getting two molecules of what? What do you get? One of you tell me, what do you get as a result of when Calvin cycle is taking place? As a result of the process, what do you get?
Photoglyceric acid.
Photoglyceric acid, sorry, phosphoglyceric acid or phosphoglycerate. But here one molecule of phosphoglycerate, but the other molecule formed is phosphoglycolate. And this pathway you call it is photorespiration. And photorespiration is considered as a wasteful process. Why do you call it as wasteful process? No useful products are released, no sugar, no ATP, no NADPH. That is why you consider it as a wasteful process. Now, I told you that it is happening in C3 plants. Now, you might be thinking, why not in C4 plants? Why only in C3 plants this is happening? So, let's see. So, it can be asked as a reasoning question like, why photorespiration does not occur in C4 plants? Why only in C3 plants? What is the reason? So, let's see. Now, you understood in C3 plants it is happening. Now, let us see how this is prevented in C4 plants. It is because they can increase the concentration of carbon dioxide at the enzyme site. I told you it depends upon the relative concentration of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Rubisco acts as an oxygenase or carboxylase enzyme. More carbon dioxide, carboxylation. If more oxygen, it acts as an oxygenase enzyme. Okay, if it is acting as an oxygenase enzyme, it will lead to photorespiration. If carboxylation is happening, Calvin cycle will be continued and we get sugar molecules. Okay, and in C4 plants, they have a method by means of which carbon dioxide concentration will be increased at the site of the enzyme. So let's see how that is happening. Already you have learned about the same, but not under the same heading. When we learned about Hatch-Slag pathway or C4 pathway, I had mentioned it. Okay, this takes place when the C4 acid, hope you're remembering, in C4 pathway, the first product, PEP, is carboxylated. PEP, phosphoenol pyruvate, is carboxylated and you get the first stable product, a 4-carbon compound, OAA, or oxaloacetic acid or oxaloacetate. This will be converted to other 4-carbon acids like malate or aspartic acid. And what will happen to this organic acid form? It will be transported from the mesophyll cells. It will be transported from mesophyll cells to bundle sheath cells. To be noted, we learned about the enzyme present in these two types of cells. Hope you're remembering which enzyme is abundant in mesophyll. Anybody? Which enzyme is abundant in?
PEP.
Yes?
PEP.
PEPKase. Okay, PEP carboxylase or PEPKase is abundant there, but what is absent in mesophyll? Rubisco is not there. Okay, whereas in bundle sheath cells, Rubisco is present, but PEPKase is absent. Okay, and once malate is formed, this will be transferred or transported into bundle sheath cells. And there what happens to this 4-carbon acid? It will split into a 3-carbon compound and carbon dioxide. So by this method, the amount of carbon dioxide in bundle sheath cells will increase. By this method, the concentration of carbon dioxide in bundle sheath cells will increase, where Rubisco is present. So because of the high concentration of carbon dioxide, what is prevented? Photorespiration is prevented. Rubisco will not act as an oxygenase enzyme, but it will act as a carboxylase enzyme. Clear? This minimizes the oxygenase activity of Rubisco. Due to the lack of photorespiration, due to the lack of, just a minute, due to the lack of photorespiration, productivity and yields are better. So it can be asked why the productivity and yields are better in C4 plants. Here there is no photorespiration. So there is no interruption in carbon dioxide fixation. So better yield and productivity and better tolerance to high temperatures. They exhibit better tolerance to higher temperatures. Is it clear what is meant by photorespiration?
Yes, ma'am.
Only Nandana is present on the other side.
Yes, ma'am.
One more. Punya and Nandana, they take turns and speak, I think. Others, they don't want to respond. Why to waste our energy by responding? We believe in conservation of energy. Am I right? At times you spend some energy for the sake of your teachers so that we'll get energized. A comparison between C3 and C4 plants. I don't know whether this table is there in your textbook. Okay. C3 plants, we have listed out. We'll list out some differences. Photosynthesis takes place in mesophyll cells. Photosynthesis taking place in mesophyll cells. But in C4 plants, both in mesophyll and bundle sheath cells. Point number 1. Point number 2. Kranz anatomy is absent, whereas in C4 plants, present. Nevin, you were present in yesterday's class? No. Gayatri, you were present?
Yes, ma'am.
No. Nevin, you were present?
No, sir.
Okay, then tell me what is Kranz anatomy?
Arno.
Ah. Yes, what is Kranz anatomy? Kranz word meaning is what? Word meaning of Kranz. Malavika, what is the word meaning of Kranz?
Read.
Wreath. And why do you call it as Kranz anatomy? What peculiar arrangement can be seen in these plants?
Large cells are arranged around vascular bundles.
And what do you call these cells? What do you call these cells? There is a special name. Bundle sheath cells. So the peculiar arrangement of large shaped cells, large cells around the vascular bundles, around the vascular tissues, we call those cells as bundle sheath cells, and they form several layers. And such an arrangement is known as Kranz anatomy. Nevin, hope you have understood.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is absent in C3 plants, present in C4. Now point number 3. RUBP is the primary carbon dioxide acceptor. It is the carboxylation of RUBP that takes place first. Whereas in C4 plants, it is PEP, which is accepting carbon dioxide and gets carboxylated. So that is a primary carbon dioxide acceptor. Point number 4. The first stable compound formed is 3-PGA. That we already know the basic difference between C3 and C4 plants. Here it is a 3-carbon compound, whereas in C4 plants, it's a 4-carbon compound. You call it as OAA, oxaloacetic acid. Yes? Now, point number 5. Photorespiratory loss is high. Photorespiration takes place and the loss is high. Whereas in C4 plants, it's negligible or it's completely absent. Optimum temperature for photosynthesis in C3 plants is 25 degrees Celsius, but it is between 35 and 45 degrees Celsius in C4 plants. What do you understand from that? They are tolerant to higher temperatures. Okay, optimum temperature here 25. Beyond that, it will disturb the process. Whereas C4 plants, they are resistant to higher temperatures, and their optimum temperature for photosynthesis is between 35 and 45 degrees Celsius. Okay, now because of photorespiration, they are less efficient, less productivity, because there can be photorespiratory losses. Since photorespiration is absent, here they are more efficient photosynthetically and high productivity. Yes, examples, rice, wheat, any 2 examples. And C4, maize, sugarcane, amaranth, amaranthus we say, any 2. Maize and sugarcane, rice and wheat. So those main cereal crops, rice, wheat, or any 2. Then here also, see, it is not that cereal crops come under C3. In both cases, cereals can come. Rice, wheat, bean, potato, here maize, sugarcane, amaranth, etc. You want to see the differences once again?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So once again, we will see the differences. First point, its location. Where is it taking place? Here in mesophyll cells and in C4, mesophyll as well as in bundle sheath cells. Starts in mesophyll, continued in a bundle sheath. These are interconnected. Then here Kranz anatomy, absent, present. Point number 3, primary carbon dioxide acceptor is RUBP. Here it is PEP. phosphoenol pyruvate. Then, which is the first product formed? PGA, 3 carbon. OAA, 4 carbon. That is the first stable product. Then, photorespiratory loss is high. So then, after that, I think you can say the 7th point. Photorespiratory loss is high. Hence, photosynthetically less efficient and productivity low. You relate those two. And here, photorespiration absent and hence productivity is better and they are photosynthetically more efficient. Then the optimum temperature. C4 plants are tolerant to higher temperature. Here they are not that tolerant to higher temperatures. The optimum temperature is 25 and here it is between 35 to 45 degree. And then the example. So 7 points of difference you learned. Okay. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Photorespiration, any doubts? What are the products of photorespiration? Phosphoglycerate and phosphoglycolate. Phosphoglycerate, phosphoglycolate. Why do you call it as a wasteful process? Because neither sugars, ATP or NADPH are synthesized and it causes the loss of release of carbon dioxide at the cost of energy. By spending energy, carbon dioxide is also released. So you consider it as a wasteful process. Yes? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So we'll quickly summarize. We'll start with the differences between C3 and C4 plants. One by one, you can tell me the points. We'll start from Vidur. Yes, Vidur. Take turns. You know how you are seen on the screen. No? Take turns one by one, you say. Vidur.
In C3 plants, photosynthesis takes place in
C3 plants, photosynthesis.
takes place in mesophyll cells,
Okay. And C4?
bundle sheath cells.
Okay. Second point. Nandana.
Trans anatomy is absent in C3 and it is present in C4 plant.
Okay. Michael.
RUBP is the main form of carbon trans.
Main form of what? Suddenly when you looked into the book or the notes, you saw that RUBP. Then rest you are framing yourself.
No,
RUBP is the primary.
primary.
What do they accept? What is its role? They accept which gas?
Carbon.
They are the primary, or this particular molecule is the primary acceptor of carbon dioxide. Whereas in C4 plants,
C4 plants, PEP is the primary.
expansion, PEP, phosphoenol pyruvate, phosphoenol pyruvate. Yes, Nevin, next point.
Optimum temperature is 25 degrees Celsius.
Yes. And for C4?
35 to 45.
Okay. Next point. Punya?
Phosphoglyceric acid is a primary compound in C3 plants and oxaloacetic acid in C4 plants.
Okay. Next point. Donna?
Photorespiratory loss is high, and in C4 plants, photorespiration is absent or negligible.
Okay, good. Malavika and Donna, why a full stop after your name? Just for decoration or by mistake? Last day also I noted. I thought by mistake. Yes, Malavika?
In C3 plants, the productivity is low, and in C4 plants, productivity is high.
One more point is there along with that.
Photosynthetically less efficient.
Less efficient. Which is photosynthetically less efficient?
C3.
C3. And more effective, more efficient is C4. Next point, Gayatri.
C4, C3 plants are rice in wheat and C4 are maize and sugarcane.
Okay, we completed all the other points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 points and examples. Then photorespiration. Meenakshi, tell me about photorespiration. How it happens?
Photorespiration, RUBP, binds with oxygen.
Hmm.
So this happens when there is more sunlight.
Hmm.
The photosynthesis process will be occurring more. So oxygen will be produced and carbon dioxide will be used up.
And stomata will be
Closed.
so oxygen cannot escape out. And then okay, it will combine with Rubisco. Then what happens? What are the products formed?
Phosphoglycerate and
Phospho
phosphoglycolate.
glycolate. Okay. Why do you consider photorespiration as a wasteful process? Anna, why do you say it's a wasteful process? Anna, you know the answer? Anna,
Yes, ma'am.
my voice is that feeble? Huh?
I didn't hear you.
Now you can hear me? Why photorespiration is considered to be a wasteful process?
There is no synthesis of sugar, ATP,
Or NADPH. But
and
what happens then?
NADH.
Oxygen release will be taking place at the cost of ATP molecules. Okay. Then what do you know about Rubisco? Tell me the points you know about this enzyme. Many points we learned. Rijas, what all points we had discussed so far about Rubisco?
Rubisco has affinity to both oxygen and carbon dioxide.
And it can act both as an oxygenase and carboxylase enzyme. And this is the most abundant
enzyme.
enzyme. Then what else we learned? It is having more affinity for
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide. So you will do only fill in the blanks, descriptive questions or essay questions you won't write. Okay. So what I mean to say is that when carbon dioxide is more, they will bind with carbon dioxide. When oxygen is more, they'll bind with oxygen. So it's having, but if both are in equal concentration, they will have more affinity towards carbon dioxide. Okay, so last day's portion, Calvin cycle. So any doubts in the previous day's class? Calvin cycle, did you go through? Calvin cycle as well as Hatch and Slack pathway, no doubts. No doubts.
Ma'am, can you explain the last part of C4 pathway?
Which pathway?
C4 pathway.
C4 pathway. Any specific?
From the transportation from the mesophil
okay.
to...
Okay, I will explain. So before that, just 1 minute, children. Okay, C4 pathway, quickly I will summarize. The primary carbon dioxide acceptor, as we already learned, it is phosphoenol pyruvate, which is a 3-carbon compound. And this carboxylation of PEP, phosphoenol pyruvate is taking place in the mesophil. This is mesophil cell. This one is bundle sheath cell. So it is taking place in the mesophil cells. So once phosphoenol pyruvate is carboxylated, And the enzyme which is catalyzing is PEPcase, phosphoenol pyruvate carboxylase, and there are no Rubisco. Rubisco enzyme is not found in mesophyll cell, but PEPcase will be there. PEPcase or PEP carboxylase is found in mesophyll cells, but Rubisco is absent. And in bundle sheath cells, Rubisco is present, PEPcase is absent. And upon carboxylation of phosphoenol pyruvate, we get a 4-carbon acid, organic acid, oxaloacetic acid, the first stable compound of carbon dioxide fixation. And this C4 acid, so once it is formed, it will be changing into other C4 acids like malate, aspartic acid, etc. And what will happen to that acid? From the mesophyll cells, the 4-carbon acid will be transported into bundle sheath cells. Once again, PEP, phosphoenol pyruvate, receives carbon dioxide, gets carboxylated and form OAA or oxaloacetic acid. And oxaloacetic acid has got 4 carbon atoms. They will later form other 4 carbon acids like malate, malic acid or aspartic acid. And then it will be this 4 carbon acid will be transported from the mesophyll cells into bundle sheath cells. Okay. Now what is next? This C4 acid will get decarboxylated, means the carbon dioxide will get removed. So it will form carbon dioxide plus a C3 acid. You know, it is having 4 carbon atoms. Yes? And when carbon dioxide is removed, 1 carbon has gone. So remaining 3 carbon. So it will form a 3 carbon acid, which will be transported back into mesophyll cells. Why? Because the C3 acid can start C3 pathway. The 3 carbon molecule will be transported back to mesophyll cells. There it forms phosphoenol pyruvate again and carries out the process again. The same process will get continued. The CO2 released in the bundle sheath cells, that will enter the C3 pathway. So once again, I will repeat. Okay, I'll be repeating it once again. In the mesophyll cells, Rubisco absent, PEPcase enzyme present. But in bundle sheath cells, Rubisco present, PEPcase absent. So to begin with, what will happen? Phosphoenol pyruvate is the primary carbon dioxide acceptor. And when it accepts carbon dioxide, it gets carboxylated and it will form OAA, oxaloacetic acid, that will form other acids like malic acid or aspartic acid. And that will be, this 4 carbon acid will be transported into bundle sheath cells. There it gets decarboxylated, or else you can say the C4 acid will form carbon dioxide and C3 acid. And what will happen to carbon dioxide? They will enter the Calvin cycle or C3 pathway. They will enter C3 pathway. And what will happen to the C3 acid? This will get transported back to the mesophyll cells where they will be converted to phosphoenol pyruvate. Then this process gets repeated. Clear, Nandana?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, one more better figure was there. Which page? I don't remember. 1 minute. Maybe in the first sheet. Oh, something happened. So one more time, we'll see the same process. PEP. Phosphoenol pyruvate receives carbon dioxide. In presence of enzyme, phosphoenol pyruvate, they will form a 4-carbon compound, first stable compound. First stable product from OAA, oxaloacetate or oxaloacetic acid. This will get converted to other 4-carbon compounds, 4-carbon acids like malate. Then what will happen? This will be transported into bundle sheath cells where they get decarboxylated, means carbon dioxide will get removed and they will form a 3-carbon acid. Pyruvic acid. They will form, you don't have to learn the name, they will form a 3-carbon acid and carbon dioxide. And this carbon dioxide will enter Calvin cycle to form sugar. Whereas this 3-carbon acid will go back to mesophyll cells. They form PP again and they will continue Hatch and Slag pathway. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. No more doubts, no? If you have understood and if you go through it, it is easy. But if you haven't listened in the class, then it will be difficult to follow. These pictures, I think, will help you to understand it better. Any doubts, you can ask me next class also, no problem. As I have told you, message me. And today somebody had asked me, send me, who was it? Naureen. I appreciate that. You don't mind. And Nandana also used to ask doubts like that. Feel free to ask. So that doubt I could solve through the mobile. So means through the voice message. So I solved there. But if I feel it is a common doubt, it has to be discussed in general, then I will discuss that in the class also. Okay. So please do revise. Make it a point to learn systematically. Never keep aside today's portion for the next day or for next week. Then things will pile up and you will start hating the subject. I don't know what is the current situation, but still I'm warning you, please to learn your daily lessons, because again, we are going to step into another important topic, that is respiration. There also, these cycles will be there, Krebs cycle, then glycolysis. So if you're thorough, it is easy, and definitely expect essay questions, the long answer questions based on all these cycles. Calvin cycle, with the help of the diagram, explain the process. What is photorespiration? Explain it. Hatch and Slag pathway. All these can be asked for 5 marks. Okay. Thank you, children. See you next class.
Thank you, ma'am.